community, my Sangha. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to share this ride. It was such a special ride because this was the second time I got to be a backpack for Key Fob, and I have not done that in years. And what I want to share with out of this book, this religious book, the Upanishads, it's out of Hinduism. It touches on why I was able to overcome my fear and be a backpack again. You know I've shared on this channel before, but if you're new here, Key Fob and I went down. I never rode my own bike. I was always a backpack, which is a passenger. And, or for lack of better words, ride bitch. I never, I always rode back seat. So we went down, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago now. It's been a long time. And, I had a really hard time after that being back on a motorcycle. And it wasn't at Key Fob's fault. My PTSD showed itself in freak accidents, because that's what our bike ride was, essentially a freak accident. And so it manifested when storms would come. It manifested as a passenger in a vehicle. It was just craziness. And I never understood PTSD until that happened to me. And then I truly understood it. I was experiencing it myself. And so it was through my spiritual awakening that I was able to overcome this fear. And so I just wanted to read along this ride along some of the things that stuck out to me in the Upanishads. So it's kind of talking about meditation, and it says conventional science and the Brahma Vida both begin when a person finds that the world of sense impressions, so transient and superficial, is not enough in itself to satisfy the desire for meaning. So, for me, in organized religion, I never could truly get in touch with my higher power and my higher self. Organized religion just taught me to beg for forgiveness, and I was going to hell. That's what I got out of organized religion, unfortunately. And it was through meditation and guided sleep hypnosis that my subconscious brain was retrained. And that's where I truly started seeking, what is more? There's more out here than what our eye sees. So the next thing that caught my eye in this religious text was the Upanishads say, we wake up in this state and you will be who you truly are, free from the conditioning of body and mind in a world unbounded by the limitations of time, space, and casualty. And that's exactly what I've experienced through meditation. And I know, meditation, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I wake up every morning, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to meditate. It's a practice in itself. But I can say for myself that if I don't meditate, my thoughts will consume me. Meditation teaches me how to control my thoughts. It teaches me how to control my fear, my anger, my sadness, and it's a time for me to connect with myself. And the Upanishads go in to explain more about what self is. So the next thing I kind of caught my eye was like, we cannot live without meaning. Everything ever achieved, we owe to this inexplicable urge to reach beyond our grasp, do the impossible, know the unknown. In the end, all achievement is powered by desire. Each of us has millions of desires, from big to trivial, packed with a certain measure of will to get that desire fulfilled. And the Gita talked about that too, about our deepest desires is truly what will ultimately drive us, But then as I keep reading, It goes on, and this next thing stuck out to me. It says, eventually there comes a time when you get up for meditation and know that your body is not you. Most important, you lose your fear of death. You know with certitude that death is not the end and that you will not die when the body dies. And through meditation and prayer, this is exactly what happened to me. I'm not scared of death. Now, fear is still there of pain. Nobody wants to hurt. That's a natural fear that protects us. But I know that I'm just one with God, and that when I die, it is not the end. I truly know that now. And I know that's how I was able to hop on the back of the bike again. And truly, I had tried over these last 5 years. I tried several times, and Keefop had to leave me on the side of the road like a minute down the road because I would have a panic attack. And he was nervous when we took the Armada to go get the transmission seen about. And, the Armada is the only big vehicle we have. The rest are motorcycles. So I was like, you're going to have to take me back home. And he was concerned. And I was like, no, I already knew, because I know the alchemy that's happened inside of me. So I had confidence. I was excited about it. I was excited to be on the back of his motorcycle because I haven't done it in so long, and just feel connected with earth, my higher power, and my husband all at once. It's such a powerful thing being on the back of your husband's motorcycle. It's so magical. But anyways, and that's how I was able to overcome that fear, because I know that once this life ends, it's not the end now. I truly know that. And then the Upanishads go on to talk about meditation. It says you rest in meditation. And it's what they call the body of joy, a silent, ethereal. It's a silent, ethereal inner realm at the threshold of pure being. And that truly is what it is. If you can just take, and if it's for me. I shouldn't say like you like to preach. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just sharing how much peace and calm meditation has brought me. And I know that when I do that, this is truly what I feel. A body of joy and just pure being. And then it talks about the fourth dimension. It literally means, the state of Upanishads called Turiya literally means the fourth, for it lies beyond waking, dreaming, and dreamless sleep. Waking up in dreamless sleep in the very depths of the unconscious, where one is aware of neither body nor mind. It's like you're just at peace. But another beautiful thing I pulled from this reading this morning, and was that they go back to talk about self, and they capitalize self with an S, because it's not the ego. It's not this like the self they're talking about is our connection to God. Our real self is not different from the ultimate reality called God. And that's what I love about the Hindu text, is that they really talk about the idea of oneness, and that we truly are connected, which is why I've tried to work really hard to not have enemies, because no matter what, those people that I deemed as enemies prior are not enemies. They're just hurting. They may have done what I perceived as bad things because inside they're hurting or they're sick. But I'll leave you with a couple more things, and maybe you'll be able to find time to meditate, because it really does bring a sense of calmness to you, even if it's just 5 minutes. I can't explain it. I never was a believer of it before, but I truly have been, I've truly appreciated it because it's provided change in and outwardly, and alchemy has really happened inside my body due to this. It says the joy of this state cannot be described. This is Ananda, pure, limitless, unconditioned joy. The individual personality dissolves like salt in the sea of joy, merges in it like a river, rejoices like a fish in an ocean of bliss, as a man in the arms of his beloved. I love the quote, as a man in the arms of his beloved. And that's what I feel when I meditate. Yes, there might be a minute of like, oh, I got to do this. But when I remind myself of be in the present, because the past is done and the future is not here yet. And all I can do is live in the present and enjoy that 5, 10, 15, however long I get to meditate for. Enjoy those minutes with my higher power. And once I can control my thoughts and do that, oh, it is bliss. And it truly is that, as a man in the arms of his beloved. Just remember, there's no joy in the finite. There's joy only in the infinite. The infinite, free, unbounded, full of joy is our native state. We have fallen from that state and seek it everywhere. Every human activity is an attempt to fill this void. But as long as we try to fill it from outside ourselves, we are making demands on life which life cannot fulfill. Finite things can never appease an infinite hunger. Nothing can satisfy us but reunion with our real self. Remember, our self is God. We're all connected. Oh, absolute reality, pure awareness, unconditioned joy. It is my prayer that all of us get to find that peace. And like I said, spiritual progress, not perfection. I am definitely by no means spiritually perfect. I'm thankful for the spiritual awakening I've had. I'm thankful that I can see God for what God is, all loving, all forgiving, and our God just wants us to be the best person we can be, to send love, light, and positivity to other people in the world, you know? I'm just so blessed. I'm so grateful. I don't have words. I say it all the time because I truly am. And I just want to, they say in the AA community, selflessly give what was so freely given to me. So with that being said, I'm sending you all lots of blessings. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm sending healing vibes. And if it's not a great day yet, you have the time now to make it one. Namaste.